All right, so let's start off. October 21st, 1941 and January 1st, 1942. Relevant of these two dates. Anyone? Maybe not. So in 1941, on October 21st, Wonder Woman, the comic book character that we all know and love for her movies, first appeared in the All-Star comic range. And then she later on, in 1942, had her first feature in Sensation Comics. Now, why are these two dates relevant? Since the 40s, women have been fighting to be iconic and to be Wonder Woman. This character was created purely to show that we do need female heroes. She was not one of the first female heroes that appeared, but I think she's one that most women aspire and can relate to. So when it comes to being women in the workspace, how do we put on our Wonder Woman capes with our lassos of truth? Well, let me take you on a journey. Nice to meet you. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Mel. I've been with BBD now for a better part of 5 years. And I've been with the same client for a better part of those 5 years. And when I first started, I think throughout the entire floor, we were maybe 3 female developers. Over the years, it has slightly grown. When I was approached 6 months ago to take someone under my wing in terms of, we have an intern, would you mind mentoring her? Nice to meet you was one of the first sentences that came out. But I think what we were both thinking is, I'm excited to see you. I'm excited to meet you. And I'm super stoked that there is another female in the dev industry. So what does it mean to take someone under your wing? This was obviously a very nervous time for me. I had to make sure that, does my wing have enough feathers? Being isolated in the work field, being part of the boys group, you do lose some of your identity because you're running with the men. And immediately when you get another female on your team, it's a very interesting space to be in. It doesn't feel like a threat, but instead you feel like you have an immediate friend, because here's someone that understands your struggle. Here's someone that you can relate to, I think, on a whole different level, being in the dev space. As mentioned before, normally when we do see women in tech, it's either under the BA role or the PM role. I know, for example, my first week when I started, everyone thought I was in HR. So that was quite interesting. But to take another female under your wing, I don't think it should be something that is presented to you or a question that needs to be raised. I think we need to take each other under our own wings and really start supporting the women in our industry, regardless of the role that they are under. So when I first met Pindi, I think one of the first things I asked her was, what are you hoping to get out of this experience? Whether you're going to join us for 6 months, we didn't know what the road ahead lied. The only thing I knew was that work was going to be coming in, and it was going to be coming in fast. And it wasn't a sprint, it was a race. And we needed to make sure that we could keep up. But like I said to her, that life is an open book, and we need to be ready to turn the next page. We need to shift the mentality, and we need to show the boys we do actually belong here. So working together with another female in the tech industry is a lot of hard work, but I do feel like there is a safe, open space. And instead of, women are very good with planning, we're kind of good with time management. It was really fun to have someone that understands the struggles and that has got your back. So even though I was the mentor and someone else the intern, I think that role shifted depending on the day and what we were facing at that time. And I think one of the major things that I've learned was, it's okay to speak up about the internal problems, because it's not just you experiencing it. You might feel like your voice is not heard. You might feel like you need to work 2 to 4 times harder in order to prove that you belong. So this is a very important point, and I think it's something that needs to be addressed more seriously. We need to, instead of hiding or shying away from our abilities and our touchy-feeliness of the whole thing, we really need to try and get in there and bring our certain pizzazz to the table in order to make sure that we can achieve the very best. So yes, the struggles will always remain the same, but I think that we are in a very privileged position to be part of a company that inspires women to do better, to strive better, and to achieve more together. Thank you so much.